Hello, my people. My name is Naomi Freeman. I have a story that's not for the soft-hearted. This is a story of shame and the utmost despicable treatment of a 91-year-old woman suffering from dementia. Yes, let me tell you. This is Gussie Martin. She was born October 20th, 1931. She was raised 3 children of her own and outlived all except one, Julia Thomas. When Gussie started developing dementia, it was noticed that she was refusing to go to the bathroom. And when she needed to, she would sit in her soiled diaper until family members would convince her to let them assist her in changing her. On January 2nd, 2021, power of attorney was signed and put into full effect with daughter Julia Thomas and granddaughter Rachel Hayes, both sharing power of attorney over old Gussie Martin. Without wasting any time, her own daughter Julia Thomas started stealing her own mother's money. Yep, look at the dates and see for yourself. That's nothing. Wait till you hear about how she tried to kill her own mother.
No, not yet. But my mother's 91 and she's here.
And you tried to kill her.
So look at what Julia Thomas has been doing with her dementia-suffering mother's money. She's taking $500 a day every 4 days. So in a case like this, I have to call one of the witnesses to give us first-hand account on what's really going on from beginning to near death. Here's her grandson-in-law, Julian Hayes. Hello, thank you so much for coming.
All right, thank you.
I just want you to talk to me and tell me about really what's going on.
All right, so first of all, look. You look here. You see me and Grandma. Now, this is love. She never called me anything else, never said grandson-in-law, she only called me son. I would take her grocery shopping, take her to her significant other's house. We even used to go to the casino together, just me and her, one-on-one.
Wow.
And like, it was my greatest joy just to see her sitting there gambling and having fun.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, whatever she needed, I did it for free.
Right.
Now, one time her own biological grandson took her shopping. And don't you know he made her pay for his groceries and said, this is what it costs for me giving you a ride.
What?
Yeah, very pathetic, but he's a sissy and a mama's boy.
Well, what is his name?
His name is Jason Thomas.
So, what happened after the grandma went into full-blown dementia? Well, you did mention that her daughter, Julia Thomas, had been spending all of her mom's money.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here's the backstory. When Gussie still had all of her sense, she would fuss at her granddaughter, telling her to get a job. She would fuss at the mom, Julia Thomas, saying, why don't you make her work? Make her do something with her life. So she's going to eat herself to death.
Wow.
So we watched the granddaughter go from 300 pounds to 400 pounds. Sitting in the house, she'll wake up, watch TV, eat, watch TV, and sleep. That's it. Eat, sleep, and watch TV, doing absolutely nothing.
Wow.
So when grandmom gets full-blown dementia, Julia and this daughter, Janae, her name Janae Thomas, she's a slob, started watching grandmom in shifts.
Okay.
Now, listen to what Janae says about her own grandma.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's play that footage.
Oh, well, I'm
I told y'all to send her to
Please, please, just for now, please.
All right, let me just come in.
Huh?
Let me come in for a second.
No, I don't want no medication in between us, please.
No, you're okay.
No.
I like the bed. You got some open space now. All right. Who the hell is she to say, put her in a home? This fat, sorry sack of nothing never worked a day in her life. Senior homes cost a lot of money. So when she decided she couldn't do it anymore and wanted grandmom to go into a home, she said, oh, I got a plan. She punched the hell out of grandma, gave her a black eye, punched her in the face, gave her a black eye.
Jeez.
When grandma was rushed to the hospital, granddaughter says, oh, she fell. What, she only weighed 120 pounds. What kind of fall would cause that much force to give her a black eye. Come on, that's not a fall. Even if she fell and bumped onto something, she's not going down with any speed. She's going down very slow. So that was one red flag. Now she's getting revenge on a 90-year-old woman, knowing that at this point, grandmom can't speak up for herself no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if you ask her what happened, she can't tell you because the dementia is kicked in full blown.
Yeah.
So finally, we did put her into a senior home.
Wow.
Her own nasty ass daughter, Julia Thomas, said, "Oh well, there's enough money to last 6 months."
What?
Enough money in her account to last 6 months. So after that 6 months, then what? You know what I mean? We're gonna bring her back home and broke. So that didn't make sense. This sorry, worthless piece of nothing is anticipating her mother won't be around in 6 months. That's what she's doing.
Yeah.
Think she's she might die before then. All right. So anyway, I hired an excellent 24-hour caregiver.
Okay.
Took grandma out of that place and brought her back into her own home. Comfort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People old, they want to be in their own home. Watch their own TV, the comfort, their own bathroom, their own kitchen. You know what I mean? You're going to, just because she's old, you want to send her off somewhere. Nah.
This is sad.
It is very sad. So look, the caretaker took good care of grandma for 6 months, and then her time was up.
Yeah.
So the next caretaker said she would have to wait 2 weeks to get her COVID vaccination. So in the meantime, my kid's mother, her name is Rachel Hayes, who's Julia's other daughter, said, "Hey, mom wants Janae to watch grandma until the other caretaker shows up." I said, whoa, no, exactly. So I said, that's a bad idea. She already punched grandma in the face and gave her a black eye. This time, she's going to kill grandma.
Yeah.
So Rachel says, no, it's okay. That's why we have the camera set up in the living room. Yeah, I set up a blink camera that, we can view it from the phone to make sure grandma is safe.
That's right.
So let me tell you, they went on with the plan. Janae didn't even last 24 hours.
Wow.
With grandma.
24 hours?
Not even 24 hours. So about 7 a.m., August 17th, 7th, 2022, at 7 a.m., upstairs, away from the camera, Janae Thomas beat and tortured the hell out of grandma. 91 years old.
A 91-year-old woman.
Listen, Janae broke her grandma's nose, split her top lip. I mean, up here. How could you split somebody's top lip this way? Grandma had to get her mouth stitched. And then she crushed her right leg. So me, the detectives, everybody, we're trying to figure out, how did she crush her right leg?
Yeah.
I mean, we know, all right, so first of all, the granddaughter is about 6 foot, 420 pounds.
420, wow.
And grandmom is about 120. So we thinking maybe after she beat grandmom or whatever, knocked her down, she put her 400-pound self on grandmom's leg and crushed it.
I'm so sorry.
So, not only she did all that damage, then she just left her in the bathroom in a pool of blood to die.
Jeez.
But, all right, so there's something else I need to tell you about that. But anyway, when her twin brother showed up, he was in deep panic. And as you can see on a police report, he said, "Yo, did you kill her? Why did you leave grandma on the floor like this?" Don't you know, granddaughter said, "I was busy." What?
Oh my God.
I was busy. That's on the police report.
Wow.
So you got Carrie, you got the corporation for aging, you got the police department, you got special victims unit. You have all this.
Yeah.
Why you didn't arrest this big monster and let her torture a 91-year-old lady? I still don't understand it. That's why we at this police station now. We trying to get justice. Her brother said, "Why did you leave grandma on the floor like this?" Wow. She said, "I was busy." He said, "Busy doing what? Looking for another weapon to beat grandma with?" He was highly upset.
Yeah.
So in the hospital, we kind of took it lightly when grandmom said, as you can see on the footage right here, watch what grandmom says. "Yeah, because you falling, she didn't even pick you up. Right? Yeah, I think she pushed her. Did she push you? Nene pushed you? did she say when she pushed you? Huh? Where did she push you? In your back or your head? Or your legs? My legs. She pushed your legs? Oh. You hear that? Yeah. She said the big girl tripped and pushed her legs. Did you hear? She said it herself. But Judith, you know this is the second time. She said Judith.
Yes, because the brother told me the last time he told me about it. So she was looking and she fall and mashed the whole her.
So grandmom said
Wow,
granddaughter
that's crazy.
got her leg. So we took it lightly because we only looking at the damage to her face, the broken nose, the split top lip, the collar around her neck. We don't know if like her neck was broken or you know, spinal damage.
Yeah, dislocated or anything.
Exactly. So we're not even focusing on her leg. But when we got home, as you can see on the footage again, that's when we noticed grandmom couldn't walk.
Wow.
So the dementia, she was still able to speak and remember for herself that her leg was damaged by her granddaughter.
Wow.
So she couldn't walk. And look, I have to carry her into the house in my arms. Once again, that's love. You know what I mean?
You are a great son.
Thank you. So when grandmom, and now look at this. How about this bit of footage? Now this is where grandmom laid on the floor herself. You know, she was in bed and laid on the floor.
Okay.
As you can see, she's on the floor smiling. Smiling.
Yeah.
She's not hurt at all.
Right.
I mean, nothing. Don't even require a Band-Aid. Nothing.
Wow.
But, and as you can see, the good son is right there to pick her up and put her right where she needs to be. See how sweet this is, how I carried her in my arms, laid her back in bed? Just goes to show you, here, she landed on the floor and didn't even require a Band-Aid. So, with this black eye, the split top lip, the broken nose, crushed leg, that tells you it's foul play. The police, the prosecutor, everybody know what circumstantial evidence is. Circumstantial evidence is a man walks in the bathroom by himself. Another man comes in right behind him with a baseball bat. When that man comes out the bathroom with the same baseball bat, the other man comes out bloody, broken nose, and black eyes. When he says, that guy beat me with the baseball bat, that's circumstantial evidence. That tells you, because even though you didn't see it, nobody's going to take somebody else's bat from them and beat themselves.
That's correct.
So grandma ain't just going to sit there and beat herself and split her top. That's circumstantial evidence that the granddaughter beat the hell out of grandma. And that's bad. And right now she's sitting home eating chicken wings and watching TV.
Why was she on the floor?
Honestly, I really don't know. Maybe the floor was more comfortable, or maybe she just wanted the attention. You know, she's old. She knows she lays on the floor. She know the caretaker and me, we're going to come to the rescue, rub her back and all that. You know what I mean? Or so, even if she did fall, my point is she wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
But I took it upon myself and I placed rubber mats around her entire bed.
Wow.
As you can see on the footage. So maybe she just laid there and didn't fall. But now let's fast forward. After grandmom was beat half to death by that worthless fat monster, I told her sister, my kid's mother, her name is Rachel Hayes.
Okay.
I told her, the monster's sister, to check, I told Rachel to check her mom's bank account, which is grandmom's daughter.
Got you.
Don't you know that account went from 27,000 down to 2,700 in 1 year? As you can look, I just left the bank. I just left the bank and I have the documents. Now her daughter, Julia Thomas, has access to grandmom's funds. Look how much she's been spending. Listen, Julia and Janae Thomas, these two 400-pound monsters, spent over $4,000 in just 1 year on Grubhub. On Grubhub.
Wow.
Now, we talked about that, and she said sometimes she didn't feel like cooking, so she was getting the food for grandma. No, look. It clearly says cheesesteaks, wings, spicy wings. Look, she's ordering 3 times a day on grandma's money. One order, look, $58, $26, $46 in Grubhub on grandma's money, $4,060. Now, even if you tried to say, well, some of the food was for grandma, a 91-year-old lady shouldn't be eating cheesesteaks. She shouldn't be eating spicy wings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least you could have ordered some pizza, cheese pizza, something soft. You getting all this big monster food.
This is extremely elderly exploitation.
Yes, it is.
I mean, so tell me a little bit more about the beatdown. What are you guys going to court for that, or what exactly is going to happen?
No. Now listen, that part, that's the outrage.
Wow.
So on the day grandma was beat and left to die, I rushed over to the house, but the granddaughter was gone.
My
But
God.
I could see her on the camera
On the
footage.
camera.
I could see her. First of all, she was taking all grandma's food. She even took grandma's clothes, and then she went in the bathroom, and broke the toilet. So whoever comes back to care for grandma, everything is going to be inconvenient.
I'm so
How horrible is
sorry.
that? Took grandma's food and her clothes. Now we know you 400 something pounds. You can't fit grandma's clothes.
That's
She
right.
only did that so to leave. So this is like telling me she had extreme hate.
Yeah.
Hate a 91-year-old person just because years ago she told you to get a job.
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah, it takes a lot to, just be responsible, and it also takes accountability.
So look, I called the police.
Okay.
2 officers showed up. The first thing they said was, "Why is this house so cold?" Then we realized the 400-pound monster turned the AC on max.
What?
She tried to freeze grandma to death and make it look like, oh, she fell. And I was in my room asleep. I didn't notice she fell, and I didn't know she hit her face. So she died. I'm
Say,
sorry.
goodness gracious.
That's what she was trying to do.
Wow.
Kill grandma. But it didn't work when her brother showed up and called the ambulance. So, in short, the Philadelphia police,
Yeah.
I hate to say it, they did nothing. Absolutely nothing. They wrote down corporation for agent, gave me a phone number, gave it to me and said, call them. I said, what?
Wow.
So then they
You
left.
feel no protection or no safety towards this situation.
Nah.
Wow.
So the next day, 2 detectives showed up.
Okay.
Detective John Shell and Detective Daryl Sampson. They inspected the crime scene, talked to me, talked to the caretaker, and then they left. They did nothing. So listen,
Sorry.
in fact, Detective John Shell told me, he said, well, go to the hospital and get a statement from grandma. I'm like, what? That's detective work. You're supposed to do that.
Wow.
So I went there anyway. I got the nurse, the head nurse, who was watching over grandma. I pulled out my phone and we got a video recorded statement.
Wow.
So what I did first is I put the old caretaker on the phone to loosen grandma up and make her feel good, make her feel
Yeah.
comfortable. She sees a familiar face,
Yeah.
a happy person who
Yeah.
took good care of her.
Yeah.
Grandmom starts smiling, and now she's talking. Now listen what grandmom said when I specifically asked her, what did she do to you? Look what grandmom says with no coercion. Did she push you? Nene pushed you? And what did she say when she pushed you? Huh? After all of this nonsense, I was only able to get a protection from abuse order served on Janae Thomas for beating her grandmother.
91-year-old Gussie.
And listen, she signed off on it. She agreed.
Wow.
3 years she can't come nowhere near grandma. She signed off because she didn't care. She said, F her. I ain't have no intention on seeing grandma anyway. Ain't that horrible?
Disgraceful.
Corporation for Aging did call me back.
Okay.
They informed me that I need to get one for Julia Thomas,
Yeah.
which is Gussie Martin's daughter,
Yes.
because not only she stole the money, she has no interest in caring for her own mother.
Exactly. This is sad.
So, but the problem is domestic violence unit was giving me a hard time to get this protection from abuse order against Julia Thomas. With all the evidence and everything,
It's everything.
yeah, they didn't. So right now, there's still no protection from abuse order for Julia Thomas.
That is really strange.
Now listen, because on September 11th,
Okay.
2022, we had a new caretaker come. Her name was Roxanne.
Okay.
She told me that Julia came over one day to see her mother, Gussie Martin, and she said, "Oh, Roxanne, you can go take a break. I'm gonna sit here with my mother." Roxanne said she went outside to take a smoke.
Okay.
And she said something came over her and said, let me go check on my client.
Yeah.
She said when she got upstairs, she literally ran across the room and had to catch Gussie like this.
Oh my
She
gosh.
said Gussie Martin fell asleep like this and was falling forward off of her bed. And I said, where was Julia? She said she was sitting right next to her. I said, was she on her laptop? Like, was she on her phone or
Yeah.
something? She said, no, she was just sitting there watching TV. And Roxanne said, Miss Julia, didn't you see your own mother falling asleep, falling off the bed? She was about to fall face first. And Julia just said, oh, no, I didn't notice. It's just like caring for a baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing else is more important except this person that you care for.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right.
So the caretaker is asking me, she said, you think Julia is going to benefit from her mom's death? Like a life insurance policy? Why would she just sit there and let her mom fall face first off the bed? I think she's trying to kill her own mom.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, whoa. So September comes
Okay.
and we get these bank statements
Right,
that
right,
I showed you. So after investigating $6,000 in credit card payments, we went to the bank and said, whoa, this is fraud. She's not allowed, she has power of attorney. She's not allowed to use her mom's money to pay off her debtors. As you can clearly see right here on a power of attorney clause.
No agent shall have the power or authority to gift, appoint, assign directly or indirectly to such agent's estate, such agent's creditors, or the creditors of such agent's estate. But you mentioned that she got her porch, kitchen, and bathroom redone with grandmom's money? And she paid off her Discovery card? Oh,
Yep, that's her estate and her creditors. She's scum. Martin, no old person should be going through this. 91 years old. I mean, listen, right now it's Black History Month.
Black History Month.
She was born in 1931.
31.
You know, like, if she didn't have dementia, she could be telling us good stories about the old days, how life was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not just, it's like, you know, people feel, well, she's old, she got dementia, she's going to die. No.
Not at all.
What about when you get old
You know?
and you can't do for yourself? Do you want somebody letting you sit in feces overnight and just say, you get diaper rash, you get all kinds of sores, bed sores? No.
No one should have to go through that. Okay.
Can you believe this?
Listen, can I just stop you right there? I just want to say, when I get old, my people, I want this man to take care of me. You love hard, and I love that about you. You know? Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else you want to inform us with?
Yeah. So, it don't, trust me, it don't stop there.
Yeah. Wow.
So listen, when the bank, PFCU, Philly Federal Credit Union, cut Julia Thomas off of, they denied all access to Gussie Martin's account.
Okay.
You know, because they don't want to be responsible for the fraud.
That's
and
right.
have to pay the credit card company back or credit card, you know, whatever. They deny all access. So now Julia Thomas goes crazy. She packs a few little things, moves into grandmom's house, and just wreaks havoc from every angle. She probably took grandmom's money and had somebody change the locks. Her name isn't on the deed. It's Gussie Martin and Rachel Hayes, my kid's mother. Their name is on the deed. Julia isn't authorized. So we wonder, like, whoa, the corporation for agent, they said, no, you have to do something. Get police over there. She barricades herself in grandmom's house. You don't know what she could be doing. She could literally be planning to finish grandmom off.
That's correct.
Because she's afraid of the $18,000 grand theft that she's been charged with. Now look, we have the DC numbers. So that tells you this is not fraud. This is real.
This sounds like a horror movie.
We try to have a family discussion.
Okay.
Look at this footage. The first thing Julia does is rip the camera out the wall.
Yeah, why you gotta turn it? Yeah, that's turn it. Why should I DJ? I'm here by myself. You planning to do something wrong? What if you saw on your own? Now I paid for this. Please, I hope you don't touch it. If you pay for it, you can take it with you. All right, yo, grab your mom, man. Please don't ever break my son. Please. Now you know what's left.
She don't want nobody to see what she's doing with her mom. She don't want nobody to see how trifling she is as a person.
That's what I think. Well, I couldn't tell her to fuck in the face. Now that's it. That's stupid. And that's because your husband might be fucking the bitch.
That is
Now-
really fishy.
Now she can't walk. She has no hair, she has no teeth, and her legs are shot. She can't walk. And she's only 65 years old. What can you do for grandma? Before your daughter crushed grandma's legs, your daughter could walk better than your grandma could walk better than you. So what are you going to do over here with grandma? Nothing. Now I want you to look at this footage. Julia was attempting to change her grandma's diaper. Now Julia's knees are locked. Her movement is very limited. So when she tried to take off Gussie's diaper, she pulled it down. She's telling sweet grandmom Gussie, sit down, sit down, sit down. Grandmom Gussie is just standing there like this. She has dementia. She's not really comprehending what's going on.
Okay.
So Julia gets frustrated, and you know what she does? Look at this. Let me take this chair.
Okay. The chair.
All right. So look. As you can see, she's like this. Look at the footage. Standing in the back, I'm observing everything on my phone through the blink camera. I don't want her to know I'm watching her every move. When Grandmom Gussie is standing like this and couldn't sit down fast enough, Julia Thomas takes a 350-pound forearm. She takes a 350-pound forearm and bashes Gussie in the chest. Gussie does one of these.
So this grown woman, overly sized large woman, darn near took Grandmom Gussie. I am
bashed her in the chest. Listen.
This is crazy.
Listen, she didn't care if she hurt this old woman's breast. She didn't care if she knocked the wind out of this old lady.
She killed her.
Yeah, exactly.
So what exactly where do we go from here?
Well, first of all, we want justice.
That's correct.
And safety for Gussie while she's still alive. Now we have physical abuse. We have the violent attacks. We have Grandmom's video statement of who hurt her. We have motive, and we have evidence.
Okay, now, by the way, what was the motive?
All right, so that's real easy. Remember, and you can see for yourself on a bank statement,
Right.
Julia Thomas stole over $18,000 of Grandmom's money.
Says that there, yeah.
So she was afraid to face the prosecution if she ever got caught. So she sends her granddaughter over there to kill Grandma. When that didn't work, she attempted to kill her own mother by letting her fall off the bed face first. The crazy thing is, the detective handling the case said he submitted all of this evidence to the DA's office, and the DA's office rejected it twice.
Wow.
Impossible. So I went to the DA's office. I went there personally.
As you should.
And they said, give me the DC numbers, which I did. They said, no, we never received these.
Wow.
I said, what? They said, you call that detective, better yet, call his supervisor.
Wow.
And ask him what was the reason we rejected it. Because we would reject it for a reason.
That's
Maybe
correct.
not enough evidence or something else.
Something.
He has to have a reason from us, or else he's lying. Go over his head, call his supervisor. But what I'm saying to myself now is, like I went out, I signed up to be a police officer myself.
That's great.
I don't have nothing against the Philadelphia Police Department.
That's
I kind of like them because the days of killing black people and all the kinds of nonsense is over. I think the men, when they show up to the scene, I think they're very respectable. I think they're honorable, and I think they do a good job.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for such kind words.
But at the same time, I'm saying, black lives don't matter? Or better yet, elderly lives don't matter? You don't care about the old people? No. So we had another temporary caretaker sit in just for a 12-hour shift so that the living caretaker can take a break. So the temporary caretaker, her name is Althea. She lives at
Okay.
1439 North Robinson Street.
Okay.
She said, because I'm paying her to sit in to give the other caretaker a break. She said, I said, listen, we're on our way back. You can start getting your clothes together, get ready to leave. How many times did you change Gussie Martin? She said, I didn't change her at all.
She didn't change her.
I said, what? She said, no, Julia stopped me from changing her. She said, don't do anything. Save it for the living caretaker. That's her job. I said, no. You there for 12 hours. That was your job. I'm paying you. You don't have to listen to Julia.
That's correct.
So I said, you have a job to do. Julia, the savage beast, is the one who allowed her own mother to sit in feces and urine for 12 hours. 12 hours and didn't feed her. I mean, what more do I got to say or show or prove that these people are just like despicable and horrible and shouldn't be around grandma? They're banking on her death. Julia moved in and said, well, she don't want to pay bills anymore. She's going to live off grandma. And it's just ridiculous.
It's definitely ridiculous. I am so speechless right now. Lord have mercy.
So when I'm talking to my child's mother, Rachel Hayes,
Okay.
she just sits there dumbfounded. I'm like, I said, yo, your mom is pure evil and has done nothing but cause disruption. You see it for yourself. Your mom has never been in love. She lost all her hair at a young age, lost all her teeth at a young age. I don't see how she got so fat eating so much, but maybe she got strong gums. And she can't walk. So, all right, look. Finally, we have the third living caretaker who recently quit on February 1st, 2023 because she said, Julia never bathes. Julia Thomas never bathes. She doesn't wash up. So whenever the caretaker needs to use the bathroom or take Gussie Martin to use the bathroom, Julia leaves a black ring around the toilet seat. She said, I shouldn't have to clean up after her. Every time she uses the toilet, she leaves a black ring of crud because she doesn't wash. So finally, she said, I can't take it no more. I quit. And she quit, like I said, February 1st, 2023.
This is getting me quite emotional to hear such disgraceful news.
So listen, we have theft classified as elderly exploitation. We have elderly abuse, elderly neglect, aggravated assault, simple assault, but most of all, we have motive and we have evidence.
Yeah.
Please, let's have some justice for Gigi, my grandma. Please.
Please.
Years ago when Julia Thomas went homeless, look, let me show you. Look at this. Years ago when Gussie Martin, when Julia Thomas went homeless, sweet old Gussie Martin. That's a bad picture of her in the hospital.
That's 91-year-old Gussie. That is
Listen, sweet old Gussie Martin took in Julia and her whole entire family when they went homeless. And this is how you treat her just because she got old?
That just makes me so
Oh, man.
What else do you have to say, Mr. Hayes?
So now I'm starting to think that my own children's mother, Rachel Hayes, may be looking to cash in on her own grandmother's death. Because why would you sit back and the house is in Gussie Martin's name and Rachel Hayes' name. Rachel has full authority, power to everything, but the house is in her name. She has full power to put her old mom out.
That's right.
And say, Mom, you made the caretaker quit. You eating up all Gussie's food. You stinking. You dirtying up the place. You don't even wash. Mom, you got to go. Yeah. So I'm thinking, is she trying to cash in on her own mom's death so she can hurry up and get the house and sell it? The house is in Temple University. So is it worth close to $200,000? Is that all she focused on? Getting rid of her grandma? Someone who took your whole family in when y'all went homeless? Yeah, but listen, everybody watching, Gussie Martin is still alive and needs to be treated with love. Yeah. That's why I'm saying justice for Gussie. Justice for Gussie. Justice for Gussie. Justice for Gussie.
Thank you.
Justice for Gussie. Justice for Gussie.
There you have it, folks. You know what they say, there is nothing new under the sun, but some things in this world still surprises me and amazes me. Excuse me if I get a little emotional, because I'm telling y'all, this was one sad and despicable story. No one seems to care about this elderly woman except for the grandson-in-law, who's not even blood relative. For any questions, comments, or updates, please like, comment, or subscribe. Whew, thank you guys for a lending ear. One last thing, got to say this. Be very careful of the people that you have around you. You may think you know someone, but you never know their hidden motives or hidden agendas. Be blessed, everyone.